That was an amazing performance. That was probably one of the best matches I ever saw Barcelona play this season. 5 goals today. Are you kidding me? Not just that, the way we played, the way we dominated the entire game, the way Joan Garcia basically got like a rest day off, it was amazing to watch. As a Barcelona fan, it was amazing to watch. As probably like a Real Madrid fan or an Atletico Madrid fan, you have to fear what you're going to go up against next match. The form that Barcelona have been in the last 8 matches has been incredible. We've had a clean sheet in the last 3 games, obviously with a lot of help from Joan Garcia against Espanyol. But our defense is looking much more solid than it did ever since that Chelsea game and all throughout the early part of the season. It seems like we've turned a new leaf. And yeah, the match was amazing. It was insane because the match was over in like the first 35 minutes. We were already, if you look at the score here, it was just a 16 to 20 minute window where we scored 4 goals. 4 goals in 16 minutes. Are you kidding me? That's 4 goals in 16 minutes. That's like 1 goal every 4 minutes for a 16-minute window. And basically, by the second goal, third goal, you could tell that Athletic Club had basically like given up. That was pretty disheartening to see. Athletic Club didn't even give a fight. I thought that they all looked tired. They looked fatigued. I don't know what was going on. That's not very characteristic of an Ernesto Valverde team. Usually, they're very well coached. They're very well drilled. They do not let in. They do not let opportunities slip, and they do not like give up that many opportunities so easily, like on a platter. Barcelona was literally like every single time we got the ball and progressed towards their final third, we were a threat on goal, and that was insane to see. I don't see. I don't know if this was as much a dominant performance by Barcelona as it was a shabby performance by Athletic Club. To be honest, I think they just didn't turn up. They didn't give us any intensity. They were letting even simple passes like go in. They weren't pressing really well. They basically like let Barcelona control the entire game. So that was not a great thing to see if you're an Atletico Bilbao fan. Speaking of the goals today, um, the first goal, Ferran Torres kind of got lucky. Rooney Bardigi tried to fire it in, went towards Fermin Lopez, who tried to shoot again, ended up with Ferran Torres, who just sort of like mishit the volley, but it ended up in the back of the net. Ferran Torres again. I'm going to say this again and again. I He can score goals. Okay, he's a good striker. He gets in good positions. It's just that I don't trust him in the crucial matches and the big game moments. I don't think he's a player for the big moments. You need a certain class, a certain quality, and a certain um, you know, killer instinct. Let's put it that way. He doesn't have the killer instinct. And I don't think he is a sort of a person who we can trust in these quarterfinals, semifinals, where it comes down to the last minute. You can't give the ball to Ferran Torres and be like, hey, Ferran, like just go and get me a goal. He's not that type of a player. Well, in an ideal world, right? If Ferran Torres was really that kind of a player, then we wouldn't have to look outside for another striker option, because once Lewandowski retired, you would imagine that Ferran Torres would be more than capable of taking that starting role at Barcelona. But that's not the case, because Barcelona is looking to sign a striker. We've heard so many rumors about Julian Alvarez and Harry Kane and all that. But that's about Ferran Torres. Great in league matches, great in the domestic cups. You can start him and you don't have to be worried. Again, I just don't think he's a UCL striker, and I'm going to leave it at that. Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez. I'm glad he had finally got a goal. He's had a goalless streak, I think, for about 7 matches now, and he finally got a goal. And what a finish that was! Rafinha putting it on a platter for him, but actually it was not a platter. It was a great cross, and Fermin Lopez was open, but he did a really good job of finishing that off. Rooney Vardaji. Oh my god, I love this guy, man. Like every single time he gets a chance to play, he seizes the opportunity and he just does great. He's good on the ball. the way he shifts his body and the way he does body feints and stuff reminds me a lot about Messi. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, he's not in the same stratosphere as Messi when it comes to as measuring a player, but the way he plays, his play style is a lot like Messi. The way he does those body feints and everything, and every single time Rooney gets called up, he makes the most of the opportunity, which is what I really like about him. Today again, he was looking dangerous. He was linking up really well with Kunde, with Fermin Lopez. And yeah, he deserved a goal today, and he got it. Very happy for him. Hansi Flick also came out saying that I really like how Rooney plays, but it's just that he plays in the same position as Yamal, so it's going to be difficult to get him playing minutes. Fair enough. But yeah, Rooney Wadaji, great player, and I think we can rely more on him as a substitute and give Yamal more rest because he's a great player. Coming to the man of the hour, the man of the year, Rafinha Diaz Belotti. What a phenomenal player, man. He is the engine of the team. He's the heart of the team. He he sets the tone for the entire team, the entire match, in fact. The way he presses, the way he runs around the field, the way he always looks to do something with the ball. You rarely see Rafinha have the ball and like just dribble around and make back passes. He either looks to run, he either looks to cross, or if he can't do any of these things and he's at risk of losing the ball, only then he passes the ball back. He's a very effective player, and we saw that today again. Phenomenal goals. That the goal he scored where he sent the ball in the top corner was top-notch quality. He shifted and got the ball on his left foot and then fired it in the top corner. That was amazing to watch. Rafinha adds so much to this team that we saw how we were struggling without him, right? He's an integral part to this team. I was glad to see Pedri back as well. Pedri had an injury scare in the previous game, and so I was thinking in the second half Hansi Flick could have rested him, but maybe he wanted to keep him sharp for the upcoming match, especially since we have a long break. We don't play until Sunday, I believe, and today is a match where Atletico Madrid plays Real Madrid. That would be an interesting game as well to see who we go up against in the finals. But anyways, let's look at some of the stats over here. When it comes to ball possession, we have like 80% of the ball. That's yeah. We Athletic Club basically didn't have the ball. They did have some opportunities where they had some flick-ons and some headers into space where oh my god, they're forward. I think he missed like three chances. He could have actually scored three goals. I think he wasted like a few chances where he could have scored. Not that that would have won them the game, but I still think he wasted some chances. We got lucky that way. Yeah, coming to the players, yeah, Rafinha gets man of the match. Fermin Lopez with two assists. Ferran Torres with a goal. Rooney Badaji with two assists and a goal. Uh, De Jong, Pedri, great performances. Eric Garcia looked pretty good in the left centre back position. Again, I don't think he has the height, and given the fact that Kubarsi also doesn't have the height, you can't play both of them together as a centre back pairing, in my opinion, because they're not tall enough. We would get exposed on the corners. Somebody's going to head it over us. Not, I wouldn't suggest that. I still think Gerard Martin is the best left centre back that we have right now. So yeah, Joan Garcia got had a day off, in my opinion. He got rewarded after the Espanyol game. That was great to see. Mark Bernal came on, Gerard Martin came on later, Marcus Rashford came on, Danny Olmo came on, and Yamal came on as well. Yamal was sick, but apparently he's recovered now, and so he got some game time. Yeah, nothing much to talk about. The game was pretty much done and dusted by then, so I think they were just looking to rotate players and rest some players and get them sharp for Sunday. Yeah, look at the shot map over here, man. Like all five of our goals came in the penalty box. Okay, that was, and not even just in the like at the brink of the box. It was all like from pretty close to the goal. That probably tells you the shot quality that Athletic Club was allowing us to have, and that was a testament to the bad defense that they had. Man, they were horrible. Honestly, I've never seen Athletic Club Bilbao play that bad of a game. They all just looked tired. I don't know what was happening, but yeah, most of the stats, the passes and everything are like dominant towards Barcelona. Um, doesn't seem, yeah, it was a very one-sided game. There's nothing much to talk about. But one thing I want to highlight, and this is what Rafinha said in the press conference. He said that Barcelona will go as far as we want them to go, in the sense we will, in the sense we are going to control how hard or easy a game is. If we play well, if we set the tempo, if we defend really well, every game is easy for us, no matter the opponent. But the moments when we let things slip, when we lose attention, when we allow easy chances, that's when the game becomes tough. And so Barcelona is Barcelona's own enemy. Barcelona is the one that can decide whether we want to go far in any competition or if we're going to have a hard time. And so I think that is a really important thing that he said, and I really truly believe it. This season, it's all about us. If we play really well, we can beat any team out there. We can beat anybody, PSG, Bayern Munich, Arsenal. We can beat all of them if we play really, really well. But it's up to us. And I think we're on the right track. I like what Flick is doing, especially with the defense in the past few games, in the past few weeks. It's looking a lot better than it was. Um, we're coming into the business end of the season now with a lot of UCL matches coming up. And it's going to be an interesting final on Sunday, whether it is against Atletico or Real Madrid. I fancy our chances. I want to play Real Madrid. I really want to play Real Madrid. I want to, you know, show them that we're still here. We're still as good as we were last season, if not better. And the problem with the season is all the big games that Barcelona has played, we haven't performed to our best and we've lost a lot of those big games. So I want a statement win on Sunday. I want to face Madrid. I want to beat them uh, really well, and let's see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Stay tuned for more content. I have a lot of content coming up for you guys. I enjoy making this comment, so any like or subscription would be massively helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Stay safe. Peace out.